Unit 3 Online Learning, review number 1, question number 6. You're asked to simplify the answer by solving here. Remember that factoring sometimes works. It would be the easier way if it does work. Graphing sometimes works. This is if we don't want to give an answer that is going to have to be rounded. And quadratic equations will always work. So you can always use the quadratic equation. Here's the quadratic equation as a quick review. So the first thing I would do is go, do I know two numbers that multiply to give you 17 and combine to give you 10? Well, 17 is prime. The only two numbers that multiply to give you 17 would be 1 and 17, and either adding or subtracting does not achieve 10, so I can't factor. Now I just want to show you how graphing works. You're going to understand that if it's not factorable here, we're not going to do the graphing, but let's show it. So grab your graphing calculator and let's type it in. X squared plus 10x plus 17. I do want to make sure that my windows from the previous problem are not going to impact this. And I can see I do have two answers here. Okay, two real answers. There's the maximum number of answers. I'll either have, in this case, the two reals. It may bounce off and give you a duplicate answer, or I could have even got an answer if there was different numbers involved of two imaginary. Now I'm going to show you how this we'll be able to see that we'd have rounded answers if I used a calculator. So another word for the roots or the x-intercepts are the zeros. I'm going to start on the far left. Left bound in this case means above, so I go somewhere above, press enter, somewhere below, and I'll go back in between them. And I can see that this answer here appears to definitely be like it is rounded. There doesn't seem to be any exact pattern. We'd see the same thing over here. So I'm going to go with quadratic formula to give an exact answer that is not rounded. A, B, and C, I plug them into the quadratic formula. Square, multiply, and now I'm going to subtract. This is known as discriminant. Remember, if this number is positive, it tells me I'm going to have two real solutions. If this number was equal to 0, I would have one real, and if this number is negative, I'd have two imaginary. I'm going to take this 32 and I'm going to start, remember this is a square root, writing down perfect squares. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. 25 does not nicely divide into 32, but 16 does. 16 times 2 is 32. Remember, we are asked to fully simplify. This 2 has to be shared with both the left and the right. Negative 10 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. And I can see this is the exact answer. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for a rounded answer unless it asks you for that.